Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and this is another strawberry shortcake redesign. Yes it is. So this time we're doing blueberry muffin, and hers was a little interesting. So before I get into this video, I just want to remind everybody to like, comment, share, subscribe, and also check out my Redbubble. I've had all of these designs up on multiple different products, so if you wanted to get it as a print or a sticker or a phone case or anything like that, you can. And literally all of them, all 6 redesigns are up there now. So if you'd want anything on practically any type of product, it's up there, just if you'd like it. So let's get into the video. So by the time I was working on blueberry, I was figuring out what motifs I wanted to keep throughout all the redesigns. Usually when I create a set of characters rather than just like a standalone character, I like to have motifs or something that like ties in all of their designs. So as I was designing orange and lemon, and then I got to blueberry, I decided I wanted all of these redesigns to have skirts or dresses, just because when I think of this, like if this were to be a show or a comic or anything, I'd really want it to focus, you know, like they're girls, so would focus on femininity kind of. So I thought the skirt or the dress could represent that. And I also wanted to include all of them to have like their own little kind of symbol of their fruit. So like, you know, in magical girl shows when they all have like their own specific amulet with their own color and their own design, I kind of wanted to do something like that and try to tie it into them as a person. So on orange, she just has a necklace because obviously the motif wasn't thought out that much, but when I got to lemon, I knew what I wanted to do. So for lemon, I gave her a hair clip because she is a hairstylist and it fits really nicely. And you can see here for blueberry, I gave her like this blueberry kind of charm on her glasses chain. So let's start talking about her design. Honestly, her design is probably the most comfort zone-y kind of design for me. My favorite character designs are usually when they're a little bit more alternative, and when they look really busy, or they have a lot of layers, or they look like they have a lot of character. I can obviously appreciate a simple design because obviously it's easier to draw and easier to animate, but I like it when things look busy because it just shows so much personality and character, and that's what I was really going for with blueberry. So when I was first drawing her, I was really stumped on what to do, because if you look at her 03 design, it's not the cutest. Like, the main thing that I took from that design was the hair, because I thought the brown hair and the blue looked really nice together. But if you look at her 08 design, it's so like, okay, I'm gonna be honest, that's probably like the design that I hate the most out of all of them, and I'm gonna tell you why. So the 2008 design of blueberry, they changed a lot about her, and they changed a lot about what made her a little bit more unique than the other girls. In her original design, she had curly brown hair, and I'm trying to recall, and other than orange, and orange doesn't even really have curly hair, she has more like afro hair, or like, you know, coily puffy hair. She was pretty much the only girl who really had that hairstyle or that texture, and it really did make her stand out from all the other girls. And she was one of the girls with like the longest hair, so it also made her look a lot different from the others, which I appreciate. I like it when character designs you can distinguish characters basically. But in their 08 design, honestly, this is like my critique with like the entire redesign of 08, is mainly that all of the characters look incredibly similar. And obviously I understand why they did that. Mainly Strawberry Shortcake was under Hasbro, and Hasbro's whole thing is toys, obviously. But I'm still allowed to critique the designs, because just because they have a reason doesn't mean that they're good designs. So mainly all the characters look incredibly similar because they all have like the same hairstyle. They obviously all have the same body type because it's 2008. I mean, what did we expect? And the only thing that really separated them was like their color, which makes sense, but no. They all had like really straight or slightly wavy hair, and it's all very shiny, and it's all very unnatural for most of the girls. Like, let's talk about Blueberry because this is her video. Her hair is pretty straight, which is not really an issue. It's only really an issue because most of the cast hair is straight, like in the same cut, but I digress. And then her hair is like bright blue, and it's quite jarring if you look at her entire design because most of her design is blue and just the blue on blue on blue. Like, monochrome can obviously work in designs because like that's why it's considered basically like it's a way of coloring. Like, it has a name because it's so prominent. Like, obviously monochrome can work. I used a lot of monochrome when I designed my Blueberry, but it's a difference when almost everything is like blue and around like the same tone too. So it was just icky because the brown hair against the blue looked really nice, and it really bothered me that they took it away. So I decided to add it back. Now I did make the hair a lot darker because I did make her skin darker, but I still think the dark brown hair adds a lot of breakup to like the very monochrome outfit that she has on. And jumping back to the 08 designs, I didn't get into this in the other videos, but I just really want to talk about this because now that I think about it more and more, it like bothers me more and more. So like I already said, I think the main thing that bothers me about it is like they push so hard for the main colors. Like, I obviously get having your characters have a main color. That's like one of the first things I do when I'm designing a character because it's nice to have them recognizable and have that as their trait. Understandable. When it's not spaced out correctly, like tone wise, is when I have an issue with the design because it all runs into each other and looks very unnatural, especially the colors they chose for the characters. Obviously they're making toys for children, so they want the colors to be very bright. Totally understandable. When almost everything is bright and nothing's breaking it up, it gets scary. It starts getting weird. The two biggest offenders of this is Raspberry and Blueberry in the 08 version. It's just too much. And it bothers me a lot. So that's what I was trying to make sure in this Blueberry design. I knew that I wanted to keep everything pretty monochrome, but doing that I realized that I needed to make sure the tones were different enough to where everything didn't bleed in together, and I think I did an alright job on that. So let's talk about my Blueberry design and let's move on. So I've been trying to give each girl their own kind of little aesthetic or their own kind of like way of dressing to make them look different. If I gave them all like the same kind of look, it might run and bleed together and it just doesn't show off a lot of personality. So for Blueberry, the main thing about her in her past renditions were, of course, she's a bookworm. She loves reading. She's like an intellectual type of person, and I obviously really wanted to push that. So I obviously gave her glasses because, you know, it's stereotypical, it fits, and I really wanted to give somebody really round circle glasses, obviously. And I also gave her a glasses chain. Now, I gave her a glasses chain, I'm gonna be honest, mainly because I have one and I really like it, but also when you're reading, you know, you can have reading glasses, and a lot of people, when they put them down, they lose them. So a glasses chain is really good to like make sure you don't lose your glasses, and I also think it fits her aesthetic really well. When I was designing Blueberry, I mainly wanted to give her kind of like a quirky kind of alternative look, and it's a lot different from the rest of the girls because most of the other girls have a more cute, more feminine style, but this one I wanted to make a little bit more alternative, not too alternative because you can get into, I really wanted to give her like more chains and more like like more extravagant piercings and stuff, but I do have to remember that these characters are young teenagers, so I didn't want to push it too far. So moving on from that, obviously with the hair, I wanted to give her brown hair because I just think it fits really, really well and it contrasts nice against her skin and the rest of her outfit. Instead of making it very, very curly how it was in the 03 design, I decided to make it just a little bit more wavy, just so it's easier for me to draw, honestly. So next up in her design was her outfit. I feel like her outfit is one of the weaker ones that I did. I don't know if it's just because it's not really like my thing, but I felt like it was just a little simple. But I tried to counteract that with making it a lot more layered, and that was mainly my goal with Blueberry. I wanted her outfit, I wanted her design to look pretty complex because I wanted her to look like, for it to reflect that she's a complex person, that she is somebody who is very thoughtful and very like aware of what's going on and what's happening, basically. So if you look at her necklaces, she has 3 necklaces. She has a choker, which I decided that I would go a little bit more alternative and give it spikes on it. And then she has like a short necklace, and then she has a longer one with a heart on it. And then she's also wearing a turtleneck long sleeve shirt, but over that she has on a blue like short sleeve crop top, and that's tucked into a plaid skirt that has like a belt that hangs off of it, and she's got a lot going on. And then she also has tall socks. So this outfit, it's a lot, it definitely is, but that's a good thing because I wanted it to look busy. I wanted her to look a little chaotic, kind of. So for her hair, I was originally just going to give her hair down, but I had that in mind for another character, and I wanted all these girls that pretty much have like different hairstyles to make them look different. So I decided to give her 2 space buns, like a half up, half down. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of it just because it looks so cliche. Like, I don't know, I just don't like it that much, but I do think it fits her because blueberry muffins, the buns kind of look like muffins. Okay, yeah, we get it, super cool. But I still like her. Like, I really like her design. I like how she looks. She just looks like just like an intellectual person, I guess you would say. But the hair is definitely not my favorite part about the design. So basically, her personality, I'm decided to make her a lot more reserved and quiet, but also a lot more different from the rest of the girls. A lot of the other girls are very outgoing, or even if they are shy, they are usually pretty bubbly. But for Blueberry, I wanted to make her a little bit more reserved and not pessimistic, but a little bit more realistic when it comes to certain subjects or certain topics. And I also wanted to make her very attentive, so like a typical bookworm character, but a little bit more mellowed, I'd say. She has friends inside the friend group. Her main friends would probably be Strawberry and Orange, just because I feel like they've known each other the longest, just because I also feel like they're the most original characters from the Strawberry Shortcake brand. But yeah, I would love to do a drawing with those 3 and love to see how they would interact. So yeah, that is my final redesign of Miss Blueberry Muffin from Strawberry Shortcake. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed the commentary. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm very active over there, and you will get all of my drawings there. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!